everybody? Last Outrider here with another revelation video for you. Who is the Dark King? This is a very old question. It's a tarot card from the Emperor's Tarot. There have been a lot of guesses by less educated channels about who this is. I'm just going to give it to you straight in the beginning. Most likely, the Dark King is Be'lakor. Now, if you know that name, then that's the end of this video for you. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. If you don't know who Be'lakor is, then allow me to entertain you. Be'lakor is the first demon prince. He's not human. We don't know what the fuck he is. The Grey Knights don't even know what the fuck he is. Or if it's a he, I'm guessing yes. But this is some mortal. This is the first mortal to be raised to a demon prince. And why Be'lakor? Well, for several reasons. Because the Archfane is out there, right? Vashtor. I never heard of Vashtor before, but they created a Dark Fane. And so now they appear to be elevating Be'lakor from Demon Prince to something at Vashtor's level, which is higher than a demon prince. Obviously, much higher than a demon prince. So this is an elevation. We already know he's at Vashtor's level because he appeared at the Rock and fought Vashtor to a standstill to delay him from gaining a piece of the key. And these key pieces are supposed to be things that will elevate a being up to godhood type level. So, well, Be'lakor has already been. He was a ally of Abaddon before. Now Vashtor is an ally of Abaddon, so Be'lakor is unlikely to still be an ally of Abaddon. Also, it appears there are many. Okay, let's go back a little bit. Games Workshop likes to leave little pearls of wisdom to its loyal fans in the most unlikely of places. And I have to go to some strange places to find the lore that I find. And one of these new strange places has been Magic the Gathering. For those of you living under a rock, Games Workshop's new collectible card game is made by Wizards of the Coast in Magic the Gathering. And of course, you may know that these cards have little bits of lore sprinkled all over them. And I have been studiously reading all of them. I haven't really made videos on them because so far, very few people I know play Magic the Gathering 40K. So few that I haven't even been able to get into the game, which is something that upsets me. So one of the deck types in Magic the Gathering is demons. They used to have a commander, Abaddon. They are now building up an alternate commander, Be'lakor, who's bigger than Abaddon. The card is. It stands to reason then with Rising Be'lakor and what I've read on his card and on his background in the Magic the Gathering decks, he's the Dark King. He is. It just makes sense. some people have talked about these mentions in the sort of light books with rebirth of another god. Maybe that's coming. I think more likely that's a campaign because they created these keys that can elevate someone to godhood. I don't think they did that for fun. So somebody's going to, if you create a whole bunch of keys that can create a god, somebody's going to get them. In my opinion, that somebody is going to be Be'lakor. And Be'lakor would be my number one choice for who would become a fifth chaos power. Obviously, it would be him. Now, should this happen, and should it require the death of a whole bunch of people in order to birth his godhoodness, in this case, that would mean Imperium Nihilus, I think, would be sacrificed. Without going into much detail, because I'm planning another video on the new 40K and how the new Imperium and 40K universe is going to be made, I don't think the Empire or the Imperium is going to remain the same as it is now. It's not going to be these 1,000,000+ nebulous worlds as it was taken from Dune. It's going to become something else. And if they need to wipe out half the Imperium so that you can give birth to a new chaos power and therefore reshape the Imperium under a new narrative, this would make sense. Now the Imperium only, takes up half the galaxy. That then allows you to have a space, a huge space for Games Workshop to expand into. New races, new adventures, new characters, new armies, new whatever the fuck they want. Right now, it's very difficult to introduce new material into Games Workshop because the Imperium is everywhere. You've only got a few empty spaces on the Ghost Stars, Lucky Space, places like this to introduce new civilizations. Right? They have to be on the edges, the outcasts, the whatever. But if you wiped out half the Imperium and now half the galaxy is open again to put whatever you want to put in it, that's a huge creative space opening for Games Workshop. That's how I would see this as a game producer. So, elevate Be'lakor to a chaos power for getting all the keys. Leave Vashtor in his place as the, Archaon, the first chaos prince, whatever. He basically replaces him. That's how I see this happening. Now, this leads to the question, what is this rage curse and everything that's going on with Angron? I don't believe that's as big a deal as everybody's making it. The salamanders are Astartes just like anybody else. If there is some rage curse, some, basically huge chaos spell out there that turns everybody into berserkers, that's not that amazing. That doesn't make them traitors. The salamanders didn't wake up one day and decide I am not going to follow the Emperor anymore. It's the result of getting hit by a rage curse. That's not treason. Will the Emperor become a chaos power? No. And I talked about this in one of my other videos a long time ago. There are different levels of the warp. And you can see this when the Slann went into the warp. There are different and deeper levels in the warp. in the realm of myth, as they call it in Age of Sigmar. And not all of them are populated by chaos entities. So at these deeper, more, you can have many other types of entities in there which are not chaotic at all. The general theory is that the Emperor taps his power from these higher levels, where the old ones tapped their power and gave it to the Slann. Where, Sigmar taps his power and things like that. That's what that's looked at. Now, as for this, the Emperor stealing things from Chaos and stuff like that, yes, there was this, or I should talk about as for and Horus returning. No, I don't think Horus can return. I think the lore is adamantly clear about this. He is not just killed. He is wiped from existence entirely. This has been a staple of 40K lore that is just absolute. Horus is no more. The return of Horus would be such a retcon that it wouldn't even really be 40K anymore. Might as well just change the whole title, change everything. That is so basic. You might just change the Emperor. Change whatever the fuck you like. Oh, and Rogue Trader is coming out. Right? So again, having half the galaxy to explore gives a whole huge canvas for Rogue Trader to fly around in. Right now, Rogue Trader, again, is limited to the Ghost Stars and Lucky Space. Tiny little segment of the galaxy. So that is my answer. Who is the Dark King? He's already called the Dark Master. That is literally his name. Be'lakor, the Dark Master. Get a whole bunch of keys. He's now promoted from Dark Master to Dark King. It's not that hard. And the fact that nobody else is saying this, once again, speaks to the quality of other 40K fluff channels. Until next time, bye.